It's funny how a number can feel so significant. 2 weeks and a day. It feels like a small milestone, a tiny flag planted on a hill I'm still climbing. When I started this journal, I wasn't sure I'd even make it to day 2. The first few pages are filled with so much noise, doubts, fears, a whole lot of what-ifs. But today, sitting here with my morning tea, the sun just starting to warm up the window pane, the noise feels a little quieter. It's still there, mind you, like a faint hum in the background, but it's no longer a deafening roar. This morning I woke up before my alarm, not because of anxiety or a racing mind, but because the birds outside were putting on a full-blown concert. I just lay there for a few minutes, listening. It's a sound I've probably heard every morning for years, but this was the first time I really heard it. Each chirp, each call was so distinct. It made me think about how much of life we just let pass by as background noise. We're so busy rushing to the next thing, ticking off the next box, that we forget to listen to the soundtrack of our own lives. So I decided to do something different today. I left my headphones at home. On my walk to the local market, I focused on the sounds of the city waking up. The rumble of the early bus, the clatter of a shop's metal shutters being rolled up, the cheerful good morning from Mrs. Gable as she put out her flower pots. It was a symphony, a messy, beautiful, chaotic symphony, and I was part of it, not just a bystander with a podcast blocking it all out. At the market, I didn't just grab my usual groceries. I actually talked to the vendors. I asked the man at the fruit stall what was sweetest today. He gave me a slice of a golden mango to try, and its sweetness just exploded in my mouth. It was pure sunshine. We chatted for a few minutes about the weather, about his grandkids. It was a simple human connection. It cost nothing, but it made my whole morning feel richer. For a long time, I think I was living my life in grayscale. Everything was about efficiency, about getting from point A to point B. I optimised my commute, my meals, even my downtime. It was all about productivity, but what was I producing? A life that felt empty. A life that looked good on paper, maybe, but didn't feel good in my heart. These past 15 days, I've been trying to add colour back in, one brush stroke at a time. Today's colour was that golden mango. It was the deep green of the fresh basil I bought, the vibrant red of the tomatoes. It was the bright blue of the sky, unobstructed by the smudged window of a bus because I chose to walk. Lunch wasn't a pre-packaged salad eaten at my desk. It was those fresh tomatoes and basil with a little mozzarella and a drizzle of olive oil. I sat by the window and I ate slowly. I tasted every single ingredient. I didn't scroll through my phone. I just ate, and I enjoyed it. It sounds so ridiculously simple, doesn't it? But it felt revolutionary. This afternoon, I tackled something I've been putting off for months. The box of old photos in my closet. Every time I thought about it, a wave of something would wash over me. Sadness. Nostalgia. I wasn't sure, but it was overwhelming. Today, I just told myself, okay, just for 15 minutes. I opened the box. The first photo on top was of me, maybe 7 or 8 years old, with a gap-toothed grin holding a dandelion. I remember that day. I remember the feel of the slightly scratchy grass under my legs, and the absolute certainty that if I blew on that dandelion, my wish would come true. I don't even remember what I wished for, but I remember the feeling of pure, unadulterated hope. I looked at that little girl in the photo, and I felt a pang of sadness for her. Not because of anything bad that happened, but because somewhere along the way, she lost that certainty. She learned that wishes don't always come true just because you blow on a weed. She learned about disappointment and compromise. She learned to be realistic, gets excited about a perfect, sweet mango. She's the one who wants to listen to the birds sing. I haven't lost her. I just stopped listening to her. I prioritise the realistic adult over the hopeful child. Maybe this journey, this whole journaling thing, isn't about becoming a new person. Maybe it's about rediscovering the person I've always been, underneath all the layers of expectation and responsibility and shoulds that life piles on top of you. I didn't sort the whole box. I kept my promise to myself and stopped after about 20 minutes. But I didn't put the picture of the gap-toothed girl back in the box. It's sitting on my desk now, right next to my laptop. A little reminder, a reminder to look for the dandelions. This evening, a friend called. Usually, I'd let it go to voicemail if I was in the middle of something, but today I picked up. We didn't talk about anything important. We just laughed about a stupid show we both watch and complained about our respective landlords. But I felt so connected, so present. It was like I was filling up a reservoir inside me that had been running dry for a very long time. So, day 15. No massive revelations, no dramatic life changes. I didn't climb a mountain or run a marathon, but I listened. I tasted. I remembered. I connected. It was a day of small things, but my life is made up of days, and if I can make each day just a little more full, a little more colourful, then maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's how you build a life that feels as good as it looks. The sun has set now. The sky is a beautiful, deep indigo. The noise is back to a quiet hum. And for the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm excited to see what day 16 will bring. Thank you so much for being here with me, for sharing this quiet moment. It means more than you know. If this resonated with you at all, maybe you could join me on this journey. You can subscribe and follow along. I'd love to have you here.